Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about how much Bitcoin do you need to be happy? I think a lot of people get into Bitcoin because they think that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to get them enough money to be happy. So today's episode, we are going to take a very real look at how much Bitcoin you need to be happy. We're going to be taking a look at a philosophical reason, a practical reason, and a personal reason, all three, and investigate that as to how much Bitcoin you need to be happy. So if you want to find out exactly how much Bitcoin, and you should find out because you want to accumulate that much Bitcoin, definitely stay tuned. All right, what's up guys? Today's episode, we were talking about 3 reasons of how much Bitcoin you need to be happy. Before we get into that, guys, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, guys, my way of giving back my 3rd year as a crypto YouTuber, I have my CLIT Mastermind, Crypto Love YouTube team, awesome acronym. Well, I'm just for free, a whole bunch of people, anyone who's interested can join together forces with me. And if you want to be a crypto YouTuber, if you want to be a content creator, but you're looking for a mentor, looking for someone to help you, I'm not perfect, but I am who I am, and I've done it for a while, so I can help you kind of get started. So we have our first official meeting in a couple days. So if you want to join me, email me the email on my About page, and you can come join up with CLIT. Now, also, that's not the only thing I'm giving away. I'm giving away a boatload of Bitcoin this year. If you want to join, we're giving away more Bitcoin in 2 days. As a matter of fact, just a little while ago, we had someone who just joined win some Bitcoin, which is pretty awesome. Well, anyways, patreon.com/cryptolove, you too could win, giving away Bitcoin to all of our patrons. So, let's get into it today. Instead of just doing it just anywhere, instead of a green screen, why don't we do it a bit more of a relaxing location? Like, why don't we say a nice relaxing beach? Because that's where we'd all like to be happy. So, how much Bitcoin do you need to own to be happy? There's kind of 3 ways to investigate this. There's a philosophical way, there's a practical way, and then there's somewhat of a personal way. Now, you guys obviously want the personal answer, so I'll save that to the end so you watch the video. Obviously, YouTube analytics, I want you to watch to the end of the video. You guys obviously aren't going to care for the philosophical answer, so I'll start with that so we can just get you guys to stop watching the video now. And then there's a practical answer in the middle, sandwiched in between there. So the philosophical answer. Turns out you don't need any Bitcoin to be happy. You see, a lot of people think that when I get money, I'll be happy. Somehow money is a stepstone to happiness. Somehow money is equated to happiness. And they're mutually exclusive. After a certain point. They've shown in studies that up to about a certain amount of money, yes, more money will give you increased quality of life. But once you reach that, there's no more happiness. Like once you get to a certain amount where you can afford a car and food and a bed, guess what? Elon Musk's life, or the Winklevoss twins' life, or I don't know, whoever's life, Justin Bieber's life, really isn't that much better than yours. In fact, it's probably a whole lot worse. So, there's a diminishing return on money. And there's actually this guy, Naval Ravikant, really brilliant guy, created AngelList. And he says something that I actually have posted on my wall. I'm going to read it off of the wall here because it's really interesting to know. He says, when you're finally wealthy, you'll realize it wasn't what you were seeking in the first place. That's right, when you're finally wealthy, it wasn't what you were seeking in the first place. He says, instead, seek a calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love. Those are the things that people actually want. But you guys aren't watching this for that answer. It's the philosophical answer that's the actual truth. Everybody wants to be rich. They're like, no, but... And then these people get rich, and then they're miserable when they're rich. And they're like, I told you so. But everybody's like, but I need to get rich to experience myself. So fine, get rich to experience yourself. You see, this whole mindset that gets you there is going to get you trapped. Because if you think you need to be somewhere else to be happy, once you're there, you're going to have that same mindset that says you need to be somewhere else to be happy. So it's a terrible mindset. So that's the philosophical discussion. So now that you all stop watching the video, for the rest of you, let's take a look at a practical and a personal how much Bitcoin do you actually need to be happy? Well, practically, okay, based on these studies, after $75,000 per family per year, there's a diminishing return on the value of money. So once you make more than $75,000 per year as a family, more money you make doesn't bring you any more happiness. So based on that metric, if you were to make that much money, how much Bitcoin would you actually need to have, and then have it in, let's say, a Celsius wallet, or let's say in crypto.com earn, where you're just earning interest, let's say 5% interest per year. If you were doing that, you would need exactly $1.5 million of Bitcoin in there. Now, I'm no prognosticator of prognosticators, and John McAfee obviously isn't going to suck his own dick, but I have a feeling that Bitcoin likely will be $1 million. Now, it's not going to happen as fast as you guys want it to happen, because you obviously want it to happen yesterday, but the human mind can't comprehend exponential function, okay? Bitcoin is the hardest money that's ever existed. There's a limited supply, okay? People with money are just beginning to learn this. It's incomprehensible for most people. Most people don't even know this yet. That's why I'm accumulating Bitcoin. That's why I hope you're accumulating Bitcoin, because it's the hardest big money ever. It's like gold, except if everybody in the world were to start accumulating gold, we will be able to get more and more gold from the world. However, if everybody were to start mining Bitcoin, it would get exponentially more difficult, and there's still only ever 21 million Bitcoin. So, because of that, I do think Bitcoin's headed to $1 million. Probably not this year, probably not next year, but, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 years, even further than that, it could get there. And guess what? If you have one Bitcoin, $1 million, boom, you have 1.5 Bitcoin, $1.5 million. Guess what? Boom, there's your happiness right there. You get 1.5 Bitcoin, you put that in your Celsius wallet, your crypto.com earn, you're just earning that stuff passively, and you're happy. That's all you have to do. Now, that's the practical answer, because that just uses mathematics and common sense and all the stuff that nobody out there has. Because we gotta get it faster, we gotta get Sushi Swap, and we gotta get BitConnect, and we gotta do whatever other, because it's fast. So, let's take a look at a personal answer, because it's gonna vary from person to person. Now, this is happiness based on the average person, $75,000. But guess what? Some people can live off of a lot less than that. Guess what? I live off of well less than $2,000 a month. Guess what? Less than $24,000 a year. I don't need the $75,000 a year. You know what I do with all that extra money? I invest in assets, things that make me money. Okay? So, being how that's done, depending upon how much money you need, like let's say that's how much money, let's say you lived off of $2,000 a month. Well, then you would only need roughly a third of that. You wouldn't need 1.5 Bitcoin, you would need 0.5 Bitcoin, and you just put it in your Celsius wallet, you put it in your crypto.com earn, and then you set it and forget it, and there you are, and there's your personal answer. But you also have to figure out, what are you going to use the money for? Because, you have to ask yourself, how much money do I want, and what am I going to use it for? Because money is really only a tool, okay? And you're like, Randall, you're a tool at this point, because I'm getting all philosophical. You guys want an answer like, this is exactly how much money, and then you're going to be happy. Like, once you can buy a super mega yacht, then you'll be happy. Once you have, but guess what, guys? You do that stuff, and then you feel empty as a motherfucker. You buy everything you want, and then you realize you bring all your baggage with you, and your life still fucking sucks, and then you're miserable. So, if you don't start looking at these philosophical discussions first, you're just going to get there. You'll get there on your own time. Everybody needs to make their own mistakes, So, you really have to figure out, why do you need that much money? Everybody wants $1 million, but who's actually going to spend $1 million? I don't know. Who knows? So, figure out what you want. It's personal, but really it's not that much. And it may be way less than a whole Bitcoin, but one Bitcoin is your ticket to the moon. I think so. And, yeah, that's it for the episode. Philosophically, you don't need any Bitcoin to be happy. You can be happy right now. Happiness is a choice. If you think you need anything to be happy, you're deceiving yourself, and you're just setting yourself up to be unhappy. You don't believe me? Watch a video called Hardwired Happiness. Second, practically 1.5 Bitcoin. Personally, however much you spend per month. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, join Patreon, enter to win some Bitcoin, which could set you off so that you could have much more Bitcoin. And lastly, if you guys want to be a content creator, a YouTuber, join Clit. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.